All right, so Watch Mojo, again, they have put out a top 20 Dead by Daylight killers. It's kind of crazy. I heard that this is not that good. But we're gonna judge, we're gonna react. It is 23 minutes long, so I'm gonna watch on 1.5x speed. Predictions who's gonna be number one. If they don't put Nurse number one, that tier list is super inaccurate. I feel like they're gonna put like Nurse, maybe Blight Spirit up top. Like they're gonna figure some weird shit to put up there. But I think we're definitely gonna see some crazy stuff. Bubba better be number one, our favorite killer. I know. I'm also reacting live on Twitch. The chat. I don't actually have the chat bot. Where is chat? Do I have chat anywhere? All right, chat's down there. You can kind of see them. Let's watch this. Let's see what they're saying. And I am gonna skim through this a little bit. Why don't you put the camera in front of the video? Yeah, that probably would have made sense. Fuck it, whatever. Let's go. Oh shit. Maybe 1.5 is a little bit too fast.
WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 most fun and creatively designed killers to play as in Dead by Daylight.
Okay, well, you know what? They started off by saying fun and creatively designed. So you know what? They didn't say the strongest. So you know what? That's not terrible. That's not like I can't judge them solely based on now like you know strength. Because they did say fun, but we're still let's see what they do.
Number 20, Vecna, aka the Lich.
Okay.
What secret?
Okay, hold up. I already got a problem with this. If they're saying fun and creative, like, okay, forget, like, because originally I thought they were doing a tier list based on, like, who is the best, right? They started off saying they're doing who is, like, the most fun and creative. If you're telling me Vecna is not fun or creative and you put him at fucking 20, that's crazy. And even if we're talking about strength, 20 is still crazy. Like, either way, that's crazy.
The big bad of Dungeons & Dragons comes with a weapon wheel loaded up with some handy spells that allow him to maintain control of a chase and even find survivors. Well, to some degree at least.
20 is crazy.
The Dispelling Sphere will give an idea of where survivors are while temporarily neutralizing whatever magical item. Fourth spell, Flight of the Damned. It's way.
Well, I'm gonna fast forward here.
That is not yours.
Number 19, the Oni.
Or 19 is the Oni. What? I really want to know their top. This is crazy. This is crazy. Because if they're going just for creativity, putting Vecna and fucking Oni at 20 and 19 is crazy. I swear to God, if Trapper is on this list, I'm going to lose my mind.
Kazan Yamaoka imposes an intimidating presence on those who haven't gone against him enough times. The thing about the Oni is that he greatly benefits from keeping survivors injured, as they can drop blood orbs that can eventually activate his unique killer power, Yamaoka's Wrath. When activated, the Oni can temporarily utilize two new abilities.
Alright, we're gonna fast forward it. It better be Nurse. I'd say put Skull Merchant number one.
The Oni's abilities can be a little tricky to utilize. How many times have we gotten stuck on a small rock or an awkwardly placed pile of garbage? Too many times to count, and it can quickly hinder any Oni player. Number 18, the Nurse.
Brudda. What the fuck what is going on? What is going on? What is going on?
When trying to escape the Nurse, survivors may have an incredibly hard time avoiding her attacks. The Nurse can blink across short distances, making her movement seem unpredictable. Your only means of defense is to try and play mind games with her and make her blink in the wrong direction. Well, for a killer that sounds this oppressive, why is she only at number 18?
Why is she at number 18? Let me hear. Because she's hard to use?
Players might get a grasp on the Nurse quickly. The same cannot be said for console players or...
Bullshit. Mark plays with a controller, and this man is one of the best nurses I've seen. Super Alf used to play on console, right? Am I capping? He used to play on console, right? Am I wrong in saying that? Someone confirm, someone deny? I swear. Ages ago. Am I bugging? What? Like, it's harder. Don't get me wrong. It is harder. I'm not saying it's not harder. Like, M&K makes it insanely much more easier. But I can think of some good examples of people that have practiced with Nurse and still do good with it. I played fucking Nurse with controller, and it's still pretty good.
For those who prefer using a controller over mouse and keyboard. When used by that half of the player base, the Nurse can feel a tad awkward and clunky to control, and her slow movement speed does not help. Fun killer.
We played Nurse on mobile and did good in a tournament.
But man, she requires a ton of patience to get a hang of.
Literally,
Number
a skill
17,
issue.
Pyramid Head, aka the Executioner.
Who is number one? Who is number one? Honestly, who is number one? I'm losing my mind now. I really am losing my mind now, because if they're putting Pyramid Head at 17, this is actually crazy. Number one, I'm telling you, is Skull Merchant. I can almost bet money. Or Ghostface. They're going to say Ghostface is number one. They're going to say Ghostface is the most unique killer in the game.
We'll admit that at the time of this video, most of Pyramid Head's add-ons are pretty useless. Even so, his power gives him some level of control and surveillance of the map. Pyramid Head can leave behind trails that inflict torment on any survivors who carelessly pass through them unless they're crouch walking.
Alright, what's next? What's next?
Number 16, Leatherface, aka the
They put Leatherface above Nurse. They put Leatherface above Nurse Oni, Pyramid Head. Especially for it, like they said, creativity as well. Above Vecna? Come on. Come on. Guys. Like, look, I know it's a tier list and it's their opinion. 100% I get you, but you can't call it top 20 Dead by Daylight killers and have this much of a bad take. This is insane. Bubba's fun. He's fun. But if we're doing fun and creative, like if this is solely fun, they should have put top 20 fun Dead by Daylight killers. You know what I mean? Then I can't give him shit for that. Like that. Again, it's a tier list. It is their opinion, but this is like crazy. People give me shit for my like tier list, but this one, I think we all can collectively agree.
the Cannibal. The second you see a Bubba in your game, you know this is going to go one of two ways. Either you're about to be in one of the longest chases you've ever been in, or you're about to have one of the shortest games you've ever played. Old Leatherface can use his trusty chainsaw
He's
to down
not wrong
survivors
about that.
and teleport.
Listen, oh shit. It was
Number
the
15,
unknown.
the Unknown. The Unknown is a parasitic being that can leave behind husks and teleport to them to catch survivors off guard. The only way survivors
This
are
is
able to limit its
crazy.
mobility is by carefully approaching.
This is
It
crazy.
potentially
man.
damage survivors already inflicted by its
Yeah,
weakness
that's what I mean. Like, look, I'm just confused now because if we're talking about creativity and fun, the Unknown is so creative, so fun. Again, it's subjective, but I think most players think the Unknown is so fucking creative and so fun. It's part of the reason why the chapter sold so many copies, you know? This is actually kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm being too harsh. I really do feel like I'm being too harsh, but fucking hell, man. Fucking hell. Hag is number one. Oh, God.
effect. Landing these shots can be somewhat cumbersome as the projectile always bounces off the first surface it makes contact with. Yeah, you can make some incredible plays with it, but in some situations, its collision detection can make it a bit frustrating to use. Still,
It's collision detection? Come on, guys.
number 14.
14. 14 for fun and creative. Like, no matter where you're doing it, if you're doing it on strength, if you're doing it on fun, or if you're doing it on creativity, having Wesker at 14 is mind-blowing. That is mind-blowing.
Albert Wesker, aka Mastermind.
Poor performance indeed.
It is important to note that Wesker is a killer with a bit of a learning curve. Though he can grab and either slam or toss survivors like mere toys, controlling his dash attack requires a mix of precision and unpredictability. Your victims will try to juke you into going a completely different path, which might be frustrating. However, Wesker comes with plenty of benefits in his toolkit.
Who would you put as number 20? I'm going to make a tier list later today because that's one of the goals we hit on today's Bidathon. and you'll see who I put at 20. I feel clickbaited, bro. You'll see who I put at 20. I'm gonna go through and like accurately think about everything and make a really good tier list. Again, I have a little bit more game knowledge, it seems, compared to whoever made this video. A little bit more hours in the game, but we'll make our own tier list and we'll see how it goes. Look at their Wesker build. It could, maybe it's Chaos Shuffle. Agoraphobia, no, it's not. Chlorophobia, Distressing, Unnerving Presence, Hunter Sloth. Well, it's a heal build, but it's a bit odd.
Of all the killers in the game, he moves the fastest
Forever
and
kill
has a
Wesker,
rather
yeah.
sizable terror radius, which can create plenty of opportunities for you to get the jump on survivors. And once you start landing those dash attacks, you can become a truly oppressive force. It also helps when you tack on perks that further increase Wesker's terror radius and affect skill checks, all of which will keep your opponents guessing where you might be on the map.
Let's finish this.
All right, who's next?
Poor Amanda can be an easy killer to bully when Swifts use certain builds, but in a
Pig! What? They think Pig is more fun than Wesker? That's crazy. Or creative than Wesker? Alright. Alright. You know what? I'm just gonna watch. At this point, I can't even, like... I don't even know what to say. I don't think I can be
normal
shocked
game,
anymore.
she can be just as dirty. The pig can crouch and become undetectable on the fly, which can make her finishing gens. Should a survivor fail to... Number 12, the Hillbilly.
Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Since we did our original list way back in 2021, the Hillbilly has seen a pretty substantial change in how he plays. While he still has access to his chainsaw sprint to rush towards unsuspecting survivors,
I'm
his rewards
I'm
overdrive
excited to
mechanic
see
now
top
gives him some
10.
benefits to overusing the chainsaw. At the expense of a slight increase to charging up for a sprint, the Hillbilly gets a reduced cooldown.
Why did they show that clip? They didn't even hit
chainsaw.
the Yui. What? They didn't even hit her. Why did they show the clip?
Increase to charging up for a sprint, the Hillbilly gets a reduced cooldown on sprints and an increase in movement speed during a sprint. Basically, you'll find some ways to down a survivor from halfway across the map. Just keep in mind any potential small tiles getting in your way, because the gods of collision can be ruthless.
Oh, that was
Number
good.
11, Dracula, aka the Dark Lord. Castlevania has finally made its way into Dead by Daylight, and Dracula has quickly cemented himself as one of the most fun killers to play in the game. With his pillar...
If he's one of the most fun killers, why'd you put him at 11? I'm so confused what they're actually basing this off of. Like, is it skill? Is it creativity? Is it fun? Or is it a mix of all three? You know what? I'm going to go under the impression that it's a mix of all three. They said it was creativity and fun. Fun is subjective. Creativity, I think you can kind of like... You can kind of boil it down to who's more creative than who. And if a killer has 3 different powers and you put him there, that's crazy. Like, that's super creative. Like, that's crazy to me. I don't know.
Hellfire, he can injure or down survivors.
Fun,
across small
I can't
tiles, or even cause
judge
pillars
you.
to spawn around him or the exit gate, depending on what
Power, how strong they are, I could judge you a little bit.
are being used, of course. Dracula can teleport scratch marks
I'm-
from
Your existence is but a fleeting
Who's next? Who's next?
Number 10, the Nemesis.
Okay, I guess that's not terrible.
Although Wesker's dash
not
attacks can be
terrible.
tough but satisfying to land, Nemesis brings a whole other sinister game to Dead by. However, the
That-
around looking for from
But
you,
fine.
a zombie, or risking a hit from both of you simultaneously and getting down
I
instantly.
want to
The
see
zombies can
top
lead to some
5
hilarious moments and
stars.
chases.
Yeah.
Number 9,
Let's see
the
top
Dredge.
5. Dredge is
Lockers
pretty
were once
creative.
an almost guaranteed safe haven to keep killers from finding you. But if you notice lockers as lockers, the more trouble in once
Let's
it's
keep
vision.
going. What do we got next? Let me guess. Hag.
Number 8, the Plague.
Hey,
Leaning a bit more towards body horror in this
Okay,
corner of DBD,
fair.
by vomiting broken.
I can give him that one.
Affected and injured for a majority of the game or curing themselves. If a survivor cures themselves at a pool of devotion, the Plague can hit wood. Number 7, the Ghost Face.
oh, you know what? Number 1 wasn't Ghostface. I thought they were gonna put Ghostface number 1. I really, really thought they were gonna put Ghostface number 1. So now it might be Skull Merchant. It actually might be Skull Merchant. Holy sh! Hey, thank you for the
Sometimes
pity.
you may stumble upon a Ghostface that just wants to be goofy and have fun with survivors. The serious Ghostface players, they're a different beast altogether. Ghostface is all about hiding from survivors and stalking them until they are fully marked. Upon fully marking a survivor, that player is oblivious to Ghostface's whereabouts and is able to be downed in
This guy's just reading an AI script, man. There's no shot. There's no shot.
If you watch
Huntress?
any DBD streamers or YouTubers, you may have come across the occasional Huntress compilation where players are nailing hatchet throws from ridiculously long distances. That's pretty much why we regard the Huntress so highly when looking at the most fun killers. Landing hits with a hatchet lob can be satisfying in short distance chases, even when the chase boils down to playing mind games around a tile. But on the off chance that you try to lob a hatchet from halfway across the map and suddenly hear it hit, holy crap, you will wind up laughing your way to the gen. And the hook. Fun for you, not so much for the survivors. Not with that wonky collision.
Doctor! Doctor! Who? Doctor.
Are you hearing blomps, zaps, a whole lot of screaming? Yep, you're trapped in a game with the Doctor. Thanks to the powers of his overcooked mind, the Doctor is capable of harnessing concentrated electricity in a small area in front of him. Briefly frying survivors will cause them to scream and temporarily
In top 5, though? Top 5 for Doctor? I don't know. I want to see the
add-ons can
comments
make
at
his
the
zaps
end.
even more distressing.
I'm gonna
as
read
they
these
may cause
comments.
survivors to start hearing the Doc's terror radius
I wanna
music,
see.
see visions of him, or even be cast in the light of his red stain. Depending on their madness level,
If Trapper's on this list, I'm gonna lose my mind. At that point, I
players
made
may
this
even see
list.
bizarre skill checks that can further hinder their progress in healing or repairing gens. And hey, slap a bunch of perks on Doctor that cause survivors to scream even more, and you'll have a real party happening. Number 4, Michael Myers, aka The Shape.
I mean, as a doc, man, Myers, for the time, it was ultra creative. And I think for the time, DBD were like, holy fuck, like, we've done something. And they did. But in 2024, to put Myers at number 4, it's kind of crazy to me, man. Myers is fun. He brings a lot. You see, that's what I don't get, though. Like, what are they judging this off of? Because if it's solely fun, I can't say anything. Like, that's there 100%. But creativity or power, I can 100% judge you on that a little bit more. Myers ain't up there, man. Not top 5. Not top 5.
In all honesty, Michael Myers can be one of the hardest killers to play as.
What? Myers can be one of the hardest killers to play as is a crazy statement. It's a crazy statement. Myers hard to play as is a crazy statement.
This is because his power, Evil Within, requires you to stalk survivors in order to efficiently down and sacrifice them. This means you may lose out on 2 or 3 gens before you can make it to maximum
Inefficient, not hard. Like,
Evil Within. Achieve this, and Michael can down survivors
Blightner's nah.
for a certain period of time. Certain add-ons can even let him grab a survivor while their back is turned towards him and kill them instantly. But that alone is what makes Michael fun to play with. It's Halloween all over again, and this time, we get to become pure evil.
Bruh. They're gonna put something shitty up there. They're putting number 4. They're putting Skull
Number
Merchant.
3, the Xenomorph.
Okay, I can't give him too much shit about Xenomorph. At number 3, maybe 5 if I'm being super lenient or some shit like that. But why, man? Myers is the craziest so far. I could give a little bit more. Demo's literally the same thing without his stab. You're not wrong. Creativity, I can give it to them. It is a little bit more creative with like the tunnels. But again, it is very similar to Demo. Skins, sure. But again, we're not judging on that. I need to know what we're judging
If you want to
on.
play a killer that is truly devious, then the Xenomorph is one of the best to play as. Through the use of crawl spaces and a tunnel system, the Xenomorph can cover a lot of ground and even detect survivors' footsteps when they're running on the surface. Its presence, if they're close enough to the tail, it's so long as you...
All right. Let's get our guesses in. Who's 2 and 1? Let me hear. Oh my god, I'm saying 1 is Skull Merchant. I'm dying even saying it. And 2 is Knight. Oh, Chucky. Yeah. You know Chucky's up there, yeah. Chucky, I'm gonna say Chucky and Skull Merchant. Freddy's number 1? No shot. Trickster's number 2? Jeez. Put your guesses in. Put your guesses in. Chucky's definitely going to be up there. 100%. They're going to put Chucky number 1, maybe. I say Skull Merchant Chucky.
Number 2, Chucky, aka the good guy.
So who the fuck is number 1?
When you play with dolls.
Chucky used to be one of DBD's most oppressive killers until behavior nerfed him and reworked his power a bit. While in Hidey Ho mode, Chucky becomes undetectable as
So
survivors hear
great.
footsteps from various directions. Hidey Ho mode also grants you access to a dash attack that can be tough to land, but nail the hit and you may gain the upper hand in the chase early on. Of course, the best part of Chucky isn't the sneaky sucker stabs. Or
Maybe
the general
Blight is
behavior
number
approach and how
1?
Behavior managed to make him playable
Or
in the first
Spirit?
place. No, it's the simple fact that Chucky will verbally assault survivors relentlessly. Land a hit.
Let's see number 1. Final guesses. Number 1. I'm saying Skull Merchant. They might give it a Blight. No, they might think Blight is too hard. It could be Spirit. I'm saying Skull Merchant.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get
Yeah,
notified about our
yeah,
latest videos.
yeah.
You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them.
The Spirit.
I figured.
In our original list of the best killers to play as, we put the Spirit at number 1. Unsurprisingly, Rin Yamaoka still sits at our top spot, and it's for the very same reasons we stated in that list. The Spirit leans heavily into DBD's horror.
I can give him Spirit. I can give him Spirit. For number 1, of all the things,
In terms of
that's...
gameplay,
Let me read these comments. We gotta read we gotta read some of these comments. We gotta read some of these comments. Because you know this shit's gonna be crazy. You know these comments are gonna be crazy. What did they pin? Oh, it's themselves. No way we got DVD and WatchMojo, okay? No way this is WatchMojo with DVD content. Okay, fair enough. I clicked so fast. Not putting demo on his list is criminal. Nurse at 18 is all I needed to click off the video. Don't forget that makes Chucky so good is the fact that he's the only killer to play in third person. Yeah, that's a good one. The Shape, the Dredge, and the Unknown are my favorites. Music, lore, mechanics, and all fair. You know, that's a good take. All spirits are toxic for no reason. Damn. Damn. That is a sad day. Hey! Thank you so much for the rates, and thank you. How are you? How was your stream? I hope you're having a great day. I hope you had a fantastic stream. Thank you for bringing your community over. Hello. We are doing a special bitathon stream, which is like a subathon, but with bits. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for bringing your community over. How was your stream? Welcome on in, Raiders. Happy birthday. Thank you. It is not officially my birthday yet. I always sound like one of those nerds. Like, actually, I appreciate the wish, though. It is this Saturday. I started this bitathon on Tuesday. Figured I'd get a little head start on everything, but it's been amazing. I appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you so much. How was your stream? How was everything? I hope you had a great time. We were just watching a WatchMojo tier list of DBD, and it was something. It was something. So. It was mostly chill, thank you, apart from 1 meg. Ooh, but yeah, just Swift with chat, nice. I'm about to do that right now, actually. I'm about to play some Swift with my friends. That's good. Listen, there's some megs out there that gives the meg mains a bad name, so listen, meg ain't bad. Enjoy your lurk, thank you guys so much, and welcome on in. For those of you guys that don't know me, my name is King. I'm a fog whisperer for Dead by Daylight, currently doing a bitathon to celebrate my birthday early. It's been absolutely insane. The timer isn't here, but I have about 120 something hours to go. Yeah, chat's been a little bit, chat's been crazy. You saw that? I'm not sure if I agreed with some of their picks. Yeah. Megs aren't bad. I love Megs. Good. Look, we can be friends now. Thank you so much, though, for the raid. I really, really do appreciate it very, very much. Oh, man. I'm just reading through some of the comments right now to see what's going on. Let's see some of the newest comments, because I think the top comments are kind of filtered. We will never forget the god-awful tier list y'all made. Thanks for the good laugh. Can't wait for the DBD community to find this video and annihilate the casual gamers even more. Damn, you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm just waiting for Dowsy to shit on you again. My god. Weirdly enough, most fun to play for me is Trapper. It is, you know what? I'm liking this comment. W take. Ah, shit. Sign in Google. Yeah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. Oh, man. Well, that was WatchMojo's, that was their tier list. This is one of the lists of all time, like, bruh. Oh, man. Chucky great. Chucky second was great, but Spirit first. All right. Chucky Spirit, I can see. You know what? This is a lot of it is definitely casual players, so no Sadiko, WatchMojo, and DBD. Fair enough. You know what? It was a list. That's what I'll leave it at. It was a list. It was a list. Kind of crazy list, but sure. We'll let him have it. We'll let him have it. They're missing mad kills. They are. That is true. I'll make a tier list later today because that is one of the like donation rewards that I had to do. So yeah. We're gonna go play some Swift now with my friends. I remember now the audio was so scuffed in that video. Oh shit. Well, that was WatchMojo's tier list.